What's going on, everybody? This is ODC, that's me, and I'm back with another action figure review. This is my review of the DC SuperHeroes Cassandra Cain Batgirl figure, and she is on the list. Yes, we are continuing the list. She is a big one on the list. Not literally speaking, but metaphorically speaking. She is very tough to find, and when you do find her, she's for absurd amounts of money. I've seen mint on card Cassandra Cain's going for upwards of $175, which is just, to me, it's craziness. Nobody's ever going to spend $175 for this figure, even if it is mint on card. The scalpers are just they're destroying the secondary market. It's nothing new, but with that being said, I'll be completely honest with how much I spent on the whole lot of these figures. I spent $70 for 3 figures. That was for the Azrael figure, this figure, and the Wave 4 Terry McGinnis Unmasked Batman Beyond figure. So it's a little bit over $20 a figure, and that's okay with me. It's about $25 a figure, around that, somewhere close to that, so 23 maybe. But I'm horrible with head math, so. But I don't care. I mean, I think she's worth. I wouldn't go over $30 with her. I just don't. I don't see it. I mean, she is very unique in her sculpt, and I'm talking about the head sculpt, not the entire body sculpt, because she is the base use for the base body. Excuse me, I'm trying to get the word out and it's not working. She is the base buck for the Barbara Gordon Batgirl. So there you go, you have that. But the head sculpt is very unique and does portray Cassandra Cain very well, with the stitching going around the upward of her face, and she also does have this nice utility belt from the DC SuperHeroes, very reminiscent of the Batman from this DC superhero. So I do like this body. It's pretty much a basic black body. Even the cape is black. I mean, there's no shading going on with this figure. You can see the boots are very Batgirl-esque boots, and everything's just pretty much black except for the painted Batgirl symbol right here. Excuse me. The silver painted stripes on her thighs and biceps, and a little bit of silver on her gauntlets. And that's about it. Pretty much, she's pretty much just a black figure, and obviously her belt. But I mean, she's not a rare figure. I mean, you can still find her, but it's just people are just gouging prices with her, so which is unfortunate. So with that being said, I still really like this figure, and she is on my list, so I will mark her off the list, and we'll continue. So if you're ever wondering what number I'm on, just check the description link below, and it has the number of the figure that I'm on. So there you go. With that being said, let's get to articulation here. Her head does move side to side, and it can do a full 360. Her head doesn't really look up at all and doesn't look down. It just basically swivels side to side. Her arm does go up pretty high, does go down, and it can do a full 360 if you force it. She's a little stiff and not wanting to actually move her arm up, so I'm not going to force it, but she can do it. She does have a bicep swivel, a single bend at the elbow. Excuse me, I'm having trouble talking right now. She has a glove rotation. She has an ab crunch, which doesn't really work that well. She's got a waist swivel that doesn't really work that well either. And she's got T-joint and hips, which go out, forward, and back. She does have an upper thigh swivel, single bend at the knee, and an ankle hinge. So, I mean, she's pretty easy to stand. You don't have any problems with that. I know some female body bucks have a serious problem with standing. Zatanna is one of them. She tends to like to knock everybody over at times when I'm setting everybody up. So, but she does stand fine. It takes me literally no time to just stand her, and she doesn't fall back or anything like that. So no problems there with the balance of the figure. I think it's balanced pretty well. The ears, this ear should be a little bit longer. I mean, you're probably wondering that. I don't know. It just must be some weird defect with mine. But yeah, I don't know why that is. So pretty weird, but still a really cool figure. I do recommend her, but don't spend $75 for this figure. I mean, even if it's mint on card, I wouldn't justify spending $75 for a mint on card figure unless it's like a deluxe figure, like a collect and connect figure. Then I can justify that a little bit more. I think the collect and connects, it's a little bit more understanding. But she does hold her batarang, which is fairly obviously too large for her. I mean, the batarang's bigger than her head, for God's sake. So probably just give that to one of my Batman figures and give her a smaller batarang. But she is really cool. I definitely recommend her. If I had to rate her, I'm probably going to give her, I don't know, I do like this utility belt. I do like the head sculpt. I'm not digging this whole weird ear thing going on, which is probably a defect with mine. But she's pretty bland after the utility belt and the head sculpt. She's basically Barbara Gordon after that. So I don't know. I probably rate her a 7.5, to be honest with you. I'm still going to recommend her, but just like I said, don't spend a lot of money. And yeah, that's pretty much going to wrap up my review of the DC SuperHeroes Cassandra Cain Batgirl figure. She's still a key member of my Bat family, and I'm glad to finally have her a part of it now. It took me a long time to find a good deal with her. And so let me know what you guys think in the comments below, and I will see you guys on the flip side.